And we have 3 minutes. And good evening. And please say your name and
Me,
address.
Joe Morgan, 2063 Rend. I was at the committee meeting where it was the infrastructure a few months back, where this was approved through infrastructure, some part of it. I'm not really sure exactly, but there was quite a few residents at the meeting, and it was kind of odd that it was pretty significant to me that the neighbors came in support of the proposal, and they were pretty vocal in their support for it. And they had mentioned that they were going through a laundry list of different modifications that have been made to the project. They said that they scaled the Smart and Final down to the size of 2 residential houses put together, so that it wouldn't look like they had a business behind them. It would look more like a house, and they twisted it around to a different orientation. They moved the delivery dock to a different angle. They're gonna have some kind of time restrictions, and there's a sound wall around the delivery docks and where the trash bins are, and so the neighbors aren't gonna have to hear trash cans in the middle of the night. And it was pretty impressive how many neighbors showed up to the meeting in support of it. I don't suppose that happens very often, so have them actually rooting for it. So they said the same thing, something's going to happen there, so this is happening as good as it's possibly going to be. So it was a good thing for the church too. So it'd be sad to see the house go, but thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else? And while he's coming up, I do want to echo Mr. Montanez's and Mr. Morgan's comments. As I sit on the infrastructure committee and worked with residents and the developer. The developer did do an excellent job reaching out to the community, especially the ones that are in the immediate area where this is taking place, and they are to be commended for their outreach and their collaboration with our residents, and so we appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. I'll keep this very brief. Larry Canali, applicant. I just want to compliment the people that really brought this project forth, and that is the church. I call it TNV because my pronunciation gets butchered over the time frame, but I think Pastor Luis is here, if he would stand. And then anyone in the congregation with the church, would you stand as well?
Wow. Wow.
Thank you very much. It really is a fabulous church. My wife and I took a few Sundays off and actually attended, and they were kind enough to give us some translations in English. But it's just a great, vibrant church, and it's a great asset to this community, and it's good to be able to facilitate something that will allow them to grow and serve the community. I'd also like to acknowledge a really key component on this. When we first had our first workshop with the neighbors, it didn't go so well. And a key person emerged as a representative for the neighbors, and that's Mr. Darren Sandberg. If Darren would stand up. Again. Again, Karen, we are pleased. We have letters of support and integrated a number of mitigation measures with 100% of the participating homeowners. So 16 out of 16 is a pretty remarkable testament to everyone's effort. And then finally, staff. We work with a number of cities, and I don't want to get myself in trouble with other cities, but Corona really is remarkable. Both Joe and I have worked a number of projects. You have an incredible staff here. Their work ethic, their knowledge, it's just unprecedented. Joanne, Jason, Terry, and people that are behind the scenes that I just don't. I could probably list 20, but I really do want to say thank you for their effort. Is these projects are very complex, and we're very appreciative of that. And then finally, I've shared with the clerk, we have just a really great tenant mix that is going in. We've executed letters of intent with these tenants. The Smart and Final Extra building is kind of their flagship. It's really going to be a great service to the city. We have 6 tenants at 100% occupancy on the 2 remaining buildings. And it's just going to be an exciting place and a great service to the city.
So you're not going to slip on those, huh?
I'm sorry?
You're not going to share on those tenants?
I will. At the corner, we have executed letters with Dunkin' Donuts. We do have Starbucks chasing us very hard, but Dunkin' Donuts does produce 52 varieties of donuts, so I may have to get a slightly larger belt. Supercuts, and then we have a really great tenant. It's called Mod, and it's an Italian street style pizza. They're kind of the, not to create a pun, but the up and rising tenant in that category. They have a facility in Irvine. They really look for high-end trade areas, so it really is a great land. If you get a chance, just Google Mod on a computer, and you'll get a history of just a great company. Then we have Dickey's Barbecue, so we'll get some Texas barbecue right in our own backyard. Nothing But Cakes. Again, you can go on the Yelp reviews on that. They are just a phenomenal high-end bakery. And then we've got Jimmy John's gourmet sandwiches.
Wow.
So just a great lineup. We've incorporated over 5,000 square feet of patio area for both these buildings. So we're trying to create a great niche for pedestrians, people on bikes from the community, and come sit down and just enjoy a great service and kind of a mini public gathering area as well.
Very good, thank you.